Perfect. Good. Perfect. And then you put his hand right there. Perfect. Don't be afraid to get in. Get into his elbows. Bend them for me, please. Go on. Perfect. All right. So this is what you're gonna do. This is our double hooks, and I actually want you to bend and bring her down with you. Asi. Ladies, I want. Let me know if you feel that get down. Yes? Perfect. Here, I want you to manipulate her chest, moving side to side. Right? There you go. Good. Perfect. Boom. Nice. Now manipulate it going in and out, curving in. So what you're doing is this. I'm doing this. I'm cupping. There you go. But don't lift the hand up. You want to keep it in. There you go. There you go. There you go. Nice. But you're bending her back and forth. See what he's doing? He's literally bringing her into those C's and D's. I want you to do that too. There you go. In. Bring her in. There you go. In and out. Perfect. Cool. 1 second. Next thing I want you to do, now you have that, all that going out, what I actually want you to do to get even more control is put her left leg in the middle of yours. Hit, it's actually gonna be your left leg in between because he's gonna hold. No, yeah, his left leg, his left leg is gonna be in between your legs. Yeah, so in between her legs. So like this.
But you just said left.
That's what we're trying to figure out, left or right.
Right. Yes, guys, I have left and right issues. So that's what I meant. I said left, but I did right. Did you not see that? Did you see how I did? I said left, but I kept doing right. Yes. So bring that in for me. There you go. And ladies, I actually want you to squeeze his legs. So see how you guys have it open? Squeeze the knees to his knee. Guys, do you feel that pressure? Do you feel it really? Because I don't see her squeezing. There you go. Bring your feet a little bit more. If you gotta bring your feet in, bring your feet in. Bring your feet in. Her. Perfect. I see. Bring your feet in just a little bit more. Her. There you go. And squeeze. So if you notice, come here. Boo boo. Boo boo. If you notice, ladies, he's bringing me in. He's gonna bring me down. And my feet are literally connected to his knee. And I'm able to do this. So I don't want to be too spread out and do this. I don't want to do that. I want to bring my feet as close to his feet as possible, right? So I don't really want to be like, do I want to be like this? Yeah. I want to bring his my feet into his feet too. Am I making sense? No, probably not.
So, a way to also do it, if you don't want to think that you have to pegarte, is stand up straight, drop, connect your right hand to her, face each other. All right, place yourself, your right leg in front of her, right here, half her body. Cool? Ladies, stand normal. Don't open up your legs wide. Just stand straight, shoulder width apart.
Hip width apart.
Hip width apart. All right. Now, gentlemen, bring her in a little bit. Now, without having to think you have to touch each other's stomach to be close.
No, go ahead.
Worries. Bend your knees. Boom, done. Everybody has a good connection. So this is where you're gonna be. Yeah? Good. Knees.
How does that feel? Move. Use your knee to move her knees. There you go. There you go. Good. You're standing up like a little bit straight. If I know. I think both. Yeah, you just want to give a little bit of a bend in your knees. There you go. Give him a little squeeze. You want to squeeze his knees. You want to squeeze his knees because that's the only way he'll be able to connect with my knees. Exactly. When we do knee isolations and all these kind of isolations, you want to be able to differentiate the bottom from the top, right? So keep moving with that. Make sure she's there. You go, and she's responding. Nice. Do you see there's that connection that way? Perfect.
Um, go with the eyes and with the ears.
Okay.
So you know what they're supposed to do.
Okay. Oh, I forgot. Before I forget, and this is gonna kill me if I don't put music in the back. All right. Matt's gonna do it with you. Okay. So see how I'm standing up very straight?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a little bit more back. There you go. So it's not about deep. It's about literally just bring her closer, like down with you. You can close up just a little bit. There you go. A little bit back. Like a centimeter back. See. You want to be comfortable too.
Okay.
Do you feel that difference?
Yeah. I'm just.
And that way you have more control. This doesn't really give you control that you want. Because if you notice, you're evenly distributed. This gives you a little more flexibility to be able to move.
Okay. But now, when you say like low, I'm like
Like just
dragging
bend.
you down a little bit, or
Yeah. So I want to feel like a pressure down. Because
okay.
that's the only way I'm going to be able to get into this position.
Okay.
Right? Good. Now movement. See? And it's easier that way too. Perfect. Nice. Good. And do you see how I literally I'm squeezing him, his knees? That's what I want. If I do this, I'm gonna have some connection just because my thighs are there, but it's is it the same?
No.
There you
You
go.
can do that.
Exactly. Perfect. And I don't know what he's doing. Okay, perfect. Now let's go together then. I love your tattoo. Is that like Mickey Mouse ears on top of that?
What? No, it's a.
Oh, I love that. Sorry, I thought like the little hoop was like right there. Oh, I love your tattoos are so good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, how's that? And I want you. What are you gonna do here?
Me?
What are you gonna do here? Yeah.
I mean,
Look at her. Look how her body is. There you go. Go ahead, do what I say. There you go.
This is what you have to do, right? Yeah. Cool.
Oh, I didn't work with the basic. I just worked with the knee connection. I didn't know that's what you were doing. Oh,
They're gonna be.
well, he's
The lady's
good.
doing this. They're wobbly, which is why I have to take her.
Okay.
But she's thinking about the knee, and she's doing this.
Okay.
Her basic. I just want them to stand normal and so that. I
Okay.
don't have to squeeze. I learned a lifesaver with Jeanette, when I started teaching with Jeanette. The knee. What? Yeah, the left one? Yeah. Sorry guys, I'm like partially deaf on the left. It's my left.
What the?
Put that one away. Alright. It's okay. Alright. So when you're doing this up close position that you're here with each other and doing this. You can be close. You don't. She doesn't have to be squeezing here at this point. You can be close. You're in the vicinity. Once you break it down, that's when she squish. She does all this. All right. She squats down and does it. When you're here, mind you, in this close, so the camera can see us. She's close. I mean, if she's here with me, we're in close position here. And I'm being close, and I'm in her area. There's no need for her to squeeze.
But that's a different story.
All right. When I'm moving my basic. Right. I learned that in life, and that's what I'm gonna try and teach to you guys, so you guys can be um
Ready?
ready to the real world and how it is. All right. So we're here now. When I know I'm gonna do a central move, and I buckle down, open my stance, and that's when I bend down. That's when she's got to squeeze, because I should be able to pick her up and move her. Cool. Whatever the case is, that's how good your connection is. The fact that I should be able to pick you up and move you. But that's only when you feel him squat down. Otherwise, you're here in front of each other. Cool. Don't think squeeze his leg. No, just allow him to be in the vicinity. Hola, mano. be in the vicinity. All right. So he's able to lead, and you guys can be comfortable. So avoid just dancing here. All right. Want to start working with sensual stuff? We got to start with that basic. All right. Sensual versus traditional
Traditional.
versus bachata. What about I like salsa? Like what's the central and no,
Salsa.
it's casino. Casino. No, no,
Casino is
there's no central style to
yeah,
it.
casino in casino salsa. It's already central. I guess the closest you could get to that is inline, where it's more close knit versus casino where they're just going around you.
Would it be based off music or just how you want to dance?
What do you
How you
mean?
want to dance? I mean, we remember you interpret the music. It's a love song. I mean, it's my girlfriend. I would be like,
Oh, like this song.
no, it's not bachata.
Oh, for
So
salsa?
yeah, really bachata. So if I'm here with her, I'll be looking at her as we dance. There'll be more cariñoso. I'll touch her, whatever the case is. After me is what it is. But that's what. But that's what. I'll show you. Cool.
And what I want to get into because of that. So this is a new, yeah, yeah. This is a new position. If you want to do something like that, you want to open up to be able to bring her into a close position like that. If you're doing isolation, you want to make sure that you're opening up to bring her in because it's, or at least going from here right in. You have different options. If you're going to do a basic, make sure that you're keeping her close to you and just go for it. You know, it's very different from this. If you feel like you want to bring her close, use that. You guys know that forward dip, 4 steps. Boom. Yeah. Go ahead, try. Try that low dip, that low hand. Try the low. There you go. And grabbing her. Try that. Make sure you're bringing that tension. So you want to give him tension down. There, I see. There you go. Go ahead. Face it. This is more central, right? Traditional. You feel this more traditional. This makes it more central. You have more of a shoulder movement going on. If you notice, look at her shoulders moving. Huh? No, not at all. That resistance, it's a resistance that she's giving you from doing this. Go ahead, dance with her. Come on. There you go. Work on that body roll. There you go. There you go. Good, Ruben. Good. Lift the elbows up. There you go. What's up? Okay, what are you trying to do? Right. What I noticed was you're doing this. You see how my hands are open and I'm doing this? That's what you were doing. Which obviously she's following you because she stepped back. So this is what you're giving her. If you're gonna do the Dominican square, you gotta give her that energy with the palm, my the heel. Yeah, it's the heel, and I'm squeezing in to be able to lead her into this. I'm going side, forward, side, back, right? I don't want to do this because she automatically knows because she's been learning and she remembered. If you're gonna do this, she's gonna step back. Is that the question? So you weren't wrong. It's just he didn't know exactly how to get into it. All right, all right, cool. How did that go for everyone? Move forward. The last no, what? Oh, good. Good, perfect. And what did you learn about this? I just want to get feedback on like in terms of what you feel you still need that little push on, but what you get like understand just a little bit more. For okay, good. Yeah. Yes, that was really good. I noticed that because he was breaking you down, and you were like, it's hard. It happens to me all the time too with him. I don't. He does like broken like movement, and it messes me up. It messes me up. I do isolations, and it messes me up because I just don't know what the hell he's trying to do. Right. So it's a matter of um, closing your eyes and just feeling the moment. Right. If you ever feel yourself like kind of back leading or like you're doing it, but you're still there's that little sense, like that little bit that's like I don't know exactly. I think it's more of I don't you don't know exactly what he's doing, and that's like the anticipation. That's what it is. Is it more of an anticipation going on? All right. So then close your eyes and kind of you have to let your body go numb in a sense. Just like completely shut down, and that's hard. It's a hard thing to just shut down and be able to let him like just manipulate your body. But you, as from what I saw, it was really good, and you noticed from him doing all of that, it worked out. Yeah, he's doing good. All right, what do we learn over here? What do we need to work on over here? You just gotta lead better. Ask questions. That's I feel like you're scared to ask the questions that you want to ask, and like she's like your spokesperson. Okay, good. Okay. Okay, so do this. Your start numbering your moves. So let's say, okay, after that third move, after doing this 3 times, let's say I'm gonna do a basic, boom, 3 times. That next time, right after that third time, I'm gonna do that next move and start gradually pulling back from there, right? So let's say I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, turn 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, turn 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, turn 5, 6, 7. Me turn. Boom. Yeah. Yeah. Side to side. Side breaks. Basic. Okay. Like that? Oh, okay. 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 You're feeling that? Too late? Okay. All right. It's because he's thinking already about the next move before he's even finished this move, and that happens. Generally, it happens. Just I think still do what I say. Bam bam bam. Do it like twice, and then that next time, on that third try, do a side break or whatever that next move is or a basic, right? So start numbering your things so that you're automatically not thinking about that next move. You just have it kind of plans like 3 times this, then I'm gonna go do this, so that you get used to that transition. And eventually, you're only gonna have to do one, and then just go into a basic. So it still applies. It's just I did it in turns as an example. You get what I'm trying to say? And just focus on that lead. That's also gonna help you make sure all 3 times I'm leading her to do it, and she feels that lead. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Anything else? Yeah. Anything else other than that? Okay, perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Okay, good. So that's why we got into isolations. You were doing it. What are you talking about? You were doing it. You could do circles with her chest. You could break it down like how you were doing it, working with that. And you mean side laterals? Is that what you mean? By sways? Okay. Yeah. What exactly? Yeah. So like remember how we were working with doing shoulder rolls one at a time? You could do that. It's not just an exercise. It's something you could actually apply regularly into that, doing that forward break and whatever. Working with shoulders, chest, you could do chest. Those knee isolations that you were doing with me, you thought you were comiendo mierda just doing side to side. That's something you could do actually. Actually, you could do this and do circles too. So you know things, it's just that you don't know to apply them. Yeah, you don't know that you can apply them. And that's just like what I told them. Do this 3 times and then go into the next thing so that eventually you have like this repertoire of things that you can just do easily into the other thing, right? So let's focus on that. Let's do that. Do a move that you have an issue with, do it 3 times, and then do that transition out of it. Yeah? Let's do some music. Any questions about anything from anyone? Okay. I'm gonna start the next one. Hold on. I'm gonna start it over. Actually, I'm gonna do essential. No, not yet. Very fast. This one's perfect. Perfect song. All right, go ahead. Move over so that you can be seen in the camera. It's only you two. Good. Did that help? Did that help, or like, was that what you're having issues with? All right. So you feel like there's a delay on both of your parts? Okay. Okay. So I think just close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Over here. Good. So what I do is I start 1, 2, 3, and on that tap, I'm already lifting her shoulder so that she knows I'm stepping here. Good. Yeah. And make sure you're doing that tap out. Or no, you're doing good. You're supposed to transfer your weight. There you go. Yeah. Heel, pushing in. So don't think palms. There you go. So I'm using the heels of my hands to move her, and I'm squishing in. Same thing. There you go. Nice. It's harder. You can you can do it. It's just a little harder. Yeah. So what you need? Okay. Can you hear beautiful? So Mario's doing isolations. He's doing these, right? But what you're missing, you're doing this perfectly fine, right? But you're limiting her space. She's not doing much, even though she's doing a lot. But you're not giving her anything to work with on your own part. So you want to make sure you're opening up, doing that C shape with her, right? That also helps you be able to do this for her. This, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. How do you feel the difference?
It feels like you're moving with me.
Good.
Yeah.
And it also opens up your whole frame. And look how far she's going out versus this, right? I think that's just what you're missing. And then that way, since you're already here in this C shape, then you're able to body roll out of it. Also, that was really good. That was a really good follow, by the way. That was good. Good.
Okay, so I think we analyze, like we don't know how to fix it yet, but if
Okay.
I don't even know how to read it, but it's like we're doing this part,
Yeah.
and then when he lifts his arm and pushes me, it's like he tilts my upper body, and my bottom doesn't follow yet. So it's like
Oh.
a tilt, and then I'm.
Oh. Okay.
So I'm not sure if it's me.
Do it. To me. You're missing a tap.
The tap. Okay, that's good.
1, 2, 3, tap. 5, 6, 7, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. 5, 6, 7, tap. One. Oh, there it is. So you're doing this. You are doing a little this. I want to feel this. So don't think teacup. Think across. I think that's gonna help. And make sure you put those taps in. That's also yeah. Make sure you do the taps. Tap. You're still tipping. More time. There you go. There you go. Now do it twice only. Do it 2 times. That one, twice. Yeah, one round each. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Second one. There you go. There you go. That's it. That's it. One. Good. So you see, it's not that transition was good, right? You? Did that solve any? Mm. Okay, good.
I think it's just like minor stuff like that, though. So it's, when I see them get thrown off, it's been at first, but it's just stuff like that.
Okay. Um, just get more in tune with like your own self and what think about what you want her to do and what would be like the best way to make her do that, right? So you kind of have to picture in your head if I'm doing this to her, you do it too. And how does that feel for you? You get me? Because bachata is mirroring. We're mostly doing whatever our partner does, which is way different from salsa, where it's one person does it, then the other person does it, right? And so if I'm gonna tilt her, that means I'm also tilting myself, Does that feel good for you when you tilt like that? Huh? Yeah. Does that feel? How does that feel for you when you tilt like that? Weird. Good. So she probably feels weird doing it. So if I did this instead, that feels normal. You get me? And that's with anything. Even if I pull her arm up, and if I'm pulling my arm up, it must feel weird for me. So it's probably gonna feel weird for her. You get me? So kind of think about how it would feel if I did it, then think about what would be the best solution so that she doesn't feel weird like that. Yeah? Am I making sense at all? Okay. Please like let me know if I'm not making sense. Close up a little bit more. There you go. Cause I see he's like bringing you this way, and so you're doing this too with yourself. If you close up a little bit, you're gonna be able to feel that that movement a little bit more. I don't know, and that body roll too, right? Because if you're super spread out, I can still do it, but it just isn't as defined as if I were to keep my stance together because I have more control of my body. Um, if it's smaller. Yeah. What's up?
Get into this, like, I'm having trouble, like, getting, like, this close,
In
I guess.
general,
Because I can get closer, but it doesn't necessarily say, like,
that I want to do this.
squeeze.
Okay. Do it how you've been doing it, and I'll let you know. What what's the way you've been doing it?
I try to get into it, so, like, we'll get close, but then, like, we're here, right? So
Right.
not,
So what's the first thing I told you to do?
it's like, bring her down.
That's all you gotta do. Bring her down, and if you bring her down, she's gonna know. Okay, we're gonna stay here for a little bit, so let me squeeze. That's kind of the mindset that you want to go into. If he's bringing you down, then you gotta squeeze automatically because you might stay here for a little bit.
Do I, like,
No, you only move. You're moving like your whole pelvic area. Squeeze for me. See how I'm only moving my knee?
so lower body just, like,
Yeah. You want to have a good stance, obviously. And I'm doing this, but don't do this. I'm just trying to get to her knee, right? We want to keep it flat. Squeeze for me. There you go. There you go. There you go. I think that's just what you're missing.
okay.
The squeeze.
So, I guess my disconnect is more so, like, me moving, I guess, hips versus pelvic area.
Yeah. You're moving your pelvic area in general. This is your pelvic area. It includes your hips. Think arm, like, don't even be in the top. Like, flat. You're going to have more control versus like this, right? You're going to have more control. And she's going to feel more stable too. And that way she doesn't fall back like she almost did right now. Because if you start putting your weight into it, you're falling into her space. Arm, and you want to be back too, right? Be close, but you want to have that C shape going on internally.
So then, it's only for, like, upper body movements that we're kind of almost mirroring
Yeah,
bottom.
yeah, exactly. If we're just working with the bottom half, you want to make sure that um, this is happening, right? And it's mostly knee isolation. This is what we call an isolation. Knees are only thing moving. Yeah. Now put your foot down and see how that works for you. Yeah, because I see like you're kind of moving into her space with that tap, and that's how she's falling back. Are you good? Did you fall back too much?
I'm sorry?
Did like how did the fall back feel?
I feel like when we got a little older, because what's squeezing, I was falling back too much.
Yeah.
So I think
Okay, cool. Good. Yeah. When I squeeze, I want to make sure my feet are as equal as possible. Because if I'm like this, it's not going to be the same thing. Or even a little more further in front. You get me?
so.
Yes. What's up?
Would you do, like, I guess, like, a roll, like,
I could do a roll here, yeah.
here, but then I have to raise my hand, right?
A roll, what do you mean a roll?
I don't know, like he's saying circle.
Oh, that.
I'm saying, like, I'm just thinking,
Um,
or no, like,
just like the heel a little bit. Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah. Just because I'm thinking about your height, and yeah. with Matt, he's fucking taller as shit than me. He's a whole foot taller than me, so he doesn't do that. But in your case, since you guys are equal height, yeah, maybe just a little bit, just to be able that you're getting that idea across. Do you feel like she's squeezing you?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I guess it's also because I have more steps in position. Like I try to go like this twice too,
Yeah.
instead of like a smoother hit.
You could
But
do both ways. You could go bam, 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 right? Work with that. I like to do this a lot too. You could go back and forth and even bring her with you to the side. Yeah. Also, what I mean is this. See how I'm moving over? There. And then I can move over this way too. In that case, you do want to lift the heel just a little bit so that I'm able to bring her with me and have that mobility. Because if, yeah. So I'm literally bringing her with me, but I'm still giving her stability. But you're doing upper body. Knee. There you go. I did move, but I'm not moving my upper body like this. Yeah, that's the idea. It's something I have to get used to. Good. You good? You're thinking hard. I see your face.
like it's just, I mean, I've
It's
been used
different.
to it. It's different.
Yeah. So what I did here to do that, basically, I keep my pressure here, and I'm moving out more than anything, right? So my whole upper body isn't moving at all. It's all this. Yes, I'm leaning, obviously, because it'll be weird if I'm like this and she's like this. I'm leaning with her, but all the movement is my knees moving, I'm moving my upper body. But it's not doing this. Sorry. Move up more into frame for me. There you go. Good. Perfect. Stay there. All right. What are you doing here?
I don't know if it's a system that works or not. Usually getting confused on like when you get low and I put my hands
Right. Okay. So where do you?
like a transition where you do the basic and then I gradually bring her down.
Okay. So to do that, I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 down. So
Are
on
you are
7.
you literally kind of dumping me on your neck?
No. Well, how did that feel? Like I was dumping you or no?
It felt separated, like,
Yeah.
but because you were showing me through, I guess.
No. That's how I do.
Really?
I'm gonna do it to music.
That feels
Yeah. I'm gradually going into it. Yeah, it is kind of sudden, but that's why I'm using that 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you notice, on that 5, 6, 7, 8, I bring her down. How do you do it? Yeah, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 down. Right down. 5, 6, 7 down. Stay here.
How low do you want me to go?
Are you staying in the basic and doing this, or you're gonna stay in place and do this? 'Cause that's two different stories. Oh, okay. Then you told me the wrong thing. No, this is if I'm gonna stay here with her, right, and do all of this with her, and do this.
Well, I get that and like you can't understand that.
Okay.
Let's
Just
say we're dancing regularly and then we go
okay. To this one?
And the close one.
That needs to your legs. Unless is that thing just for
No? Look,
No?
I'm moving with her. Yeah, I'm moving with her. So what I do is I just gradually bring her close to me.
So that one we were fine.
You were
So
just
if you
looking
want
like
to
you were like
switch,
taking a dump. No, not low at all. That's why you look like you were taking a dump because you were going too low. I slightly bend my knees. One, two, three, 5, 6, 7. Slightly. See? Yeah, just enough so that I'm able to move but not look like I'm walking around in a spot. Yeah. Was that the question? Okay, cool.
how does he show me that he's close? Can he? Can
Yeah,
he?
of course, of course. Just make sure you have your weight proper, right? So if I'm here with her, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. I want to make sure I'm stable on that 7, 8 to be able to put my energy on that one. Is that the question? Okay.
Too many people just have questions all day.
Okay.
Hey, people, I'm back. That was fun. I'm so sorry, guys. Just pause. Sorry, guys. As you saw.
So I have them like he's working on isolations
Okay.
and not moving his upper body when he's working with the lower body.
Okay.
And they want to work on just doing that basic up close in
Up close
general.
and personal. All right, let me see it. What's your question?
I have a question.
You have no question? You want like this?
I was scratching my head.
Oh, you're scratching your head. Yeah. Oops. All right, let's go. Let me see.
Move up so that you guys can see yourself.
Yeah, all right, new rule. You guys have to stand in front from now on. Especially you guys. If you guys are continually staying and you guys are constantly coming and staying in class, you guys have to be in front. If it's just you two, and if it's a big class, be the example. You guys have been here. You guys know how I roll. All right. So if you got new people coming in, have them spread on the back. Show them the ropes. All right.
Yeah.
I appreciate you for staying. I know this is a you know
Trouble.
it's a little weird. Someone to say. Yeah, totally. Guest membership, right? All right. Let me see what you're working with. Yeah.
I mean, without music.
Are we doing without music?
Yeah, of course. Right now.
So
Okay, number one, you don't have to bend that much to get all that.
okay.
All right. So stand up a little bit more straight. Now, I want you right now. I want you to point your toes straight. Not yours, hers. Your pigeon toes. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be an asshole. God damn it. All right. So if you can, just bring your feet closer to his feet. Not your knees, your feet. Good. All right. Now I want you to do a slight bend. Slight. Boom. Now I want you to squeeze at the tip of your knees, not your whole leg. Doesn't have to be your whole leg. Squeeze his. Yeah, squeeze his leg. Yes. Good. Now try.
Don't move your hips so much. Let the knees
Right.
do the talking.
So if I'm here with Liz, guys, and I'm bending down here, all she really has is my kneecap. I mean, I'm a little chunkier than that, so he has a little bit more. But all she needs is that, right? And the way I do it is I have the balls. I'm on my balls of my feet. That gives me more bend, so she can grab onto more, and that's how I roll the hips.
So am I supposed to be on my like kind of leaning on my heels for this?
So not
No,
on your
not at
heels,
all.
you want to be in the center or on the balls of your feet. You don't want to be sitting back because then you're never gonna be able to rotate anything.
So that's what's happening here. I'm like leaning back and then like, 'cause I'm trying to get close to his feet, but then I'm ending up leaning back.
Right. All right, bro. No homo. Come here. No, do to me.
To you?
Yeah. All
So
right. Too much. Too much.
too much bang?
Yeah. Too much. Too much. I feel your. I feel your right thigh.
Okay.
Right. So all I want to feel is from here down. I shouldn't feel what I have in your pocket.
Okay.
All right.
So move your foot forward, your left foot forward more.
Yeah. So so one thing is you don't want to be here, right? And just worry about your right leg being in the middle. Stand up straight. All right. If I feel something poking me, I'm just gonna bend away. Okay. From here, I'm straight up. I can't be like this. If you're gonna be like this, then you just sit here, play funky stuff, right? But no, standing here straight, leg bend a little bit, so you should be able to do this.
I think that's why he's bending so much because he has this leg all the way to the back.
Square up with her. Try that. Yeah.
If we tell you opposite things, it's because we have opposite situations. He's 6 foot male. I'm
2,
1
5, 1.
female.
All right. So one thing you want to know is obviously, all right. So bend down a little bit more. Cool. But you got to bring her down. All right. So you as a man, you're leading, and you want to bring her down. I'm here with you. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lock you down. You're not going nowhere. Yeah. Do that. Probably she can go anywhere. She can just like get away from me. Cool. Now close up to make it easier.
So you want to
Good. All right.
so that she feels that
Now try it, but use your hips. Use your hips too. You can use your knee, but if you want to do rolling, you gotta use your hips too. There you go. There you go. There you go. Now I want you to imagine you're moving your top part of her body to the left, and your right knee and your knees going to the right.
when you're doing
No.
so I'm doing my knee isolation.
Good.
My knees are automatically gonna move with my hips. I don't force my hips.
Yeah. So if you're here, you're going this. Boom. Boom. So she can practice her isolations. Good. Yeah. I'm sorry if you feel
In that case, you only want to move.
stomach on stomach rubbing. Good.
You say you got a fat stomach?
No, I'm saying he's got a fat stomach.
You was coming. You're
Girl.
sorry, I know your jokes are coming.
It's that Puerto Rican weekend. That's what happened. Cool. All right. So we're here locked down. Liz and I, obviously boyfriend girlfriend. I normally like to teach the ladies to do this, right? So there's no titty action rubbing on top of each other. Cool. So what I have her do sometimes is separate each other. So I can do all this stuff. I'm playing
But see
with
how
it.
he still has that C shape going on too?
I have that C shape. I'm mirroring her completely. So whatever you do, you gotta whatever you're trying to make her do, you have to do it in reverse, in rebuttal, right? So whatever she's doing, you're making her do that C shape, you gotta go into it. Work on that. I'm gonna be with this hot mess over here.
Thanks for calling me out.
Oh, you're welcome, Bobby. I already got your number two, so. Not. Guys, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Nah, because we're mostly talking about what I can do to make sure she doesn't put the pressure on her heels.
Uh huh.
And yeah, because when I was doing it with her, I saw her mostly like this on her toes.
You should be on your toes.
Like,
You shouldn't be. Yeah, she has to be here.
oh,
She can't be here. She's gonna break her heels. She can be flat foot, but normally I like my ladies to be ready, so I have them a little bit on the balls of the heel, on balls on the feet.
oh, okay.
Yeah, the only reason if you're worried about her is if she's like this,
Leaning on it.
leaning on you, she's gonna fall forward.
Okay.
Because I don't like that shit. A lady should be able to support herself, right? Because you don't need no man, right? So loosen your hips and use your hips too.
She just told me to relieve my hips. So do I move my hips or not?
Right. So, babe, what I was trying to tell him, he's got to move his hips. To do the circular movements, they got to move their hips. So, to do that side to side, no. But to do boom, you have to use your hips. There's no circular motion for that, right? But you have to bring, ladies have to bring their heel, their pelvis, their pelvic girdle. If you really want to be more precise, we gotta bring it forward, right? So that way he's connected. Because sometimes I'll have someone that I'm dancing with, and they're like this, and I'm like, "Gee, thanks for dry humping my leg." All right, total sarcasm, by the way. Okay.
I'm not paying attention to you.
Okay. So I'm dancing with someone, and I'm trying to do something to them, and they're just like, "You're my guy." All right. She's trying to lead me on to all this stuff, and this is all happening. Right. This is all that's happening because I feel disconnected. So, ladies, when he's gonna do it, yeah, you're the guy.
I am
All
the
right.
guy. I am
You
male.
gotta tuck it in here. So do a circle. I'm doing it. She's leading me. Cool. Be connected. Everything touching. All right. Now, if he does that C shape, that's something else. That he's disconnecting. He's doing his upper body. Yeah. Dale. What she was saying was that side to side, you don't have to be using your hips. That's very stanky legs. All right.
For the circle, that's a different story. The circle, you're gonna move the whole thing like that. But if we're going side to side, I want to move my hips to the same way that he's giving me, which is side to side. So you're not wrong. I think
Mario,
he's also
I
trying to
want you to think
switch
that
between
your
the two.
knee can't move linear. It can't move linear. How are you gonna move it linear? You can't rotate your knee either. I mean, you can, but not on the floor, right? So the only way you're gonna do this, adding a little bit of help by moving your pelvis back and forth. Later on in life, both of you, you guys get comfortable, and you have a partner, you're able to do that, right? But right now we're not there. We don't have that flexibility in our knees. Plus, I have bum knees, literally, right? So I want you, so you get comfortable, the rotation, add those hips into it, yeah. So your knee can't move, can only move linear, side to side, for right now.
It can't go side to side.
It can't. I mean, it can go side to side, right?
Time to work on not anything but side to side. Is that what we're saying? Right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
What I'm trying to say is, it can move side to side,
It would.
right? It can. But trying to do circle with the knee, you can't because your ankle's making you do that, not your knee, because your knee can't rotate. Is what I was trying to say, right? So you can do side to side just fine. Because if I'm flat foot, I can still move my knee side to side. If I'm flat foot, I can't rotate my knee. That's all my hip. Cool. So don't think that your knee can do a circular motion for her. You need to have that hips in there. I'm trying to. Cool. If you need an answer for that. Yeah, I mean, we're good. I mean, you guys only got what 10 minutes with me. Sorry about that. All right. All right. You guys have questions? Let me know, man. Sin pena. But you guys are good to go. Um, I'm pretty sure she did a wonderful job, an amazing job as always. All right. Applause for her for running the class by herself.
Mind you, like I said, Matt and I have two different experiences. He's a dude who's been leading for like 7 years, and he's like 6'1", and I'm a girl who is just learning to lead, like getting the premises of everything, and I'm 5'1".
What are you trying to get at?
So
You're just as
the way
capable.
that he leads is very different from the way that I lead. So it's good to have a little bit of what I'm saying and a little bit of what he's saying, but at the end of the day, we both basically say the same thing. Like we both told you to. What did we both tell you to do?
Ben and be closer where on the leg.
Exactly.
How much?
Right. So we have to take like those little circle diaphragms. I forgot what those are called. But this is Elizabeth. This is Matthew. But in the middle, it's basically what
A
we
Venn
both.
diagram, babe. Venn diagram.
A Venn diagram. It's basically what we both have in common of what we've been telling you.
It's fine because like the way that I see it is like just the same way that like kind of us two in singles like we can like practice someone and help them. Like you both led me at one point. Oh, you never lead me, but or
I followed.
yeah, you both followed.
Which
so,
was
like,
really
but
weird.
you could tell me like the tension, like okay, this is how it's supposed to be. And then you did it with her, and she's like, that was like that, or it wasn't like that.
Right.
Right.
Okay, perfect. Cool.
That's the difference between the couples and that. You guys is more focused. But it might not be if we get more people, you know what I mean? It might be more like a singles thing. But you guys still get one on one. We'll just be rotating a little bit more, right? Because I'm hoping, praying that this class grows a little bit bigger. Yeah? Cool. You guys are doing a wonderful job. Applause for her first class, guys. All right? Awesome job. All right? Good to go? I keep saying that, man, because you guys are awesome. All right? Stay safe. Good night. Don't get too drunk.